Former U.S. President Donald Trump is safe after the Secret Service foiled what the FBI called an apparent assassination attempt on the Republican candidate. And now Trump, in an interview, has said that the assassin believed in President Biden and his Democratic rival Harris's rhetoric and acted upon it. Our next story details how Trump survived the attack and the questions surrounding the security of the former president.
Another heart-stopping moment that could have altered the course of American politics. Donald Trump found himself at the center of a thwarted assassination attempt while the Republican leader was enjoying a round of golf at his Trump International Golf Club in Florida. The incident, which unfolded with frightening speed, saw the Secret Service agents engage a suspected gunman who hid himself in the dense foliage surrounding the course.
Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of.
Secret Service agents stationed at the golf club in West Palm Beach spotted the threat and acted swiftly. While Trump wasn't within immediate range, the distance, estimated at 300 to 500 yards, was enough to pose a serious danger. Armed with a scope, the shooter could have easily taken a shot had he not been intercepted in time.
Well, I missed the stop. I was on the way from home, of course. It sounded very tense on the radio. We knew that we had a bolo, be on the lookout for somebody who had opened fire on the President of the United States. I would say there's probably not a more volatile, potentially dangerous situation than that. Our units were completely locked on. We were ready to go.
The suspect has been identified as Ryan Wesley Ruth. The 58-year-old has been a strong supporter of Ukraine amid the ongoing war with Russia. Listen in to what he said in Kiev 2 years back.
Putin is a terrorist and he needs to be ended, so we need everybody from around the globe to stop what they're doing and come here now and support the Ukrainians to end this war.
How the suspect, a man with no known direct ties to Trump, knew that the former president would be at that specific location remains a key question. This harrowing event in Florida marks the second attempt on Trump's life in recent months, following a previous incident where he sustained a minor injury during a campaign rally. The frequency of these threats raises serious questions about the adequacy of security measures for presidential candidates, particularly in the heated run-up to the November 5 election. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
Let's now talk about this latest incident. Our correspondent Susan Teherani is now joining us live from New York. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. Tell us more about this suspected gunman. What more do we know about him? And also, there are some people who are actually praising the Secret Service because they acted on time this time around.
Yeah. You're right, Eric. There are a lot of people, including the former president, who are praising the Secret Service because this was really a close call on the one hand. On the other hand, even Democrats like Ro Khanna on Capitol Hill are calling for Secret Service representatives to immediately come to Washington for a hearing on why the Secret Service fails to at least understand what's going on around the former president beforehand. What we know about this individual at this point is that he was charged with 2 federal firearm offenses, of convicted, maximum sentence of 20 years. He was armed with an AK-47 style rifle and spotted about 300 to 500 yards from Donald Trump's golf course. Law enforcement found rifle, scope, and 2 backpacks and ceramic tiles and a GoPro camera. FBI is leading the investigation at this point, but the question that is on everyone's minds, including the FBI, is, as we mentioned in our report, how did this individual know Trump's whereabouts? And scary enough, is another person perhaps involved that's closer to the former president? Those are questions that the FBI and other investigators will be looking into in the hours and days forward.
Susan, there are so many people who are curious to know if the security apparatus or the security around Donald Trump has been increased further. Do we know?
As of now, it seems that everything is as planned, as usual. There is a call even as far up as President Biden saying that Secret Service needs more forces. He didn't specifically say around the former president, but we do know that Donald Trump plans to carry his very busy schedule forward campaigning this week. Before, you may remember, after that first assassination attempt, he has these bulletproof screens in front of him. Whether or not that'll be increased or not, we still don't know.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Susan Teherani, live in New York. Thank you, Susan. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.